Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the Performance Lab. Don't forget to subscribe below to the right for updates to new videos.
What's up everyone, Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we have a new breakdown for you today on Donavan Brazier, the American middle distance 800-meter champion and American world record holder. Doing the breakdown here today. I'm super excited about doing this just to give you a little bit of an understanding of, if we look at a top sprinter, would be a good way to put it, and a middle distance runner, what are some of the key differences that we see that will make a big change from, you know, what ends up being the result. And obviously, Donavan Brazier is a 800-meter champion, okay? And typically what we see in 100-meter champions, depending on what their height is and things like that, is a contact time of a little bit more than 0.1 seconds. Okay, and then we see a transition time, we'll just say TT, of around 0.3 seconds for somebody that's about 6'2". Okay, which is what Brazier is. And so the idea is today is to see what is the contact time of Brazier. Okay, so we're going to go in here. Boom. 2:06.67. I like being able to kind of assess what this is in real time, just because I think that helps in understanding, you know, what the carryover is from, you know, it makes it a little bit more real. Okay, what is it that his contact time is here? So there's that, boom, and then he touches back down at 2:07.27. Okay, whoops, put 21, it's 27. So just based off of that, he left the ground here, touched the ground again here. So his contact time is 0.13, and his transition time is 0.47. We'll go on the left side now. 2:07.54. 2:07.67, which is again 0.13. 2:08.14. 3, 4. So that's a little bit lower. Oh no, sorry, it's not 4. Yeah, it's about the same thing, 0.47. Okay, so very symmetrical, very efficient, right? That's what stands out from right side to left side. So 0.13 in the contact time, 0.47 in the transition time. What stands out, obviously, is the huge change within the transition time. So almost 0.17 more seconds spent off the ground while sprinting. And this is during the first probably 100 meter of the race, right? So it's first 200 meters of the race. So he's a little bit more into the just really trying to pick up ground, trying to be as efficient as he possibly can as he's going through here. And you know, it stands out to me within the difference of you know, top sprinters and more of the middle distance guys is just how much space and time they get back behind their legs, get back behind them, right? And then also how when they push off, it's so much more of a horizontal push. See how much more time that's spent in that actual transition time period, where, you know, like the sprinters, what they'll do, and this is a curve, so it's probably not great, but what sprinters do a lot, and clear this out, is when they're pushing off in much more of a vertical fashion. So when they're here and they're transitioning, it's a lot about how high your heel is off the ground. You know, we're still doing a good job of it here, of being able to keep the heel high, but it's not to the same standards what they do within sprinting. So as soon as they're landing with a lot straighter overall leg. You can see this is a little bit more landing right in the kind of the middle part of the foot, and then going into a good amount of knee bend, and then from the knee bend, then transitioning really far back behind them, right? So with top sprinters, when they're about here, they're trying to get that heel up and have a lot straighter leg, so then they can create that vertical force and keep their foot a little bit more underneath them. But here you can see a little bit further behind before the leg starts to straighten up and before they start to bring the leg up underneath him. I know we're supposed to be doing more of Donavan Brazier here, but that's a Brazier that just was a good view of a difference between the middle distance and the more short distance runners. Okay, and what ends up being a big thing too is just being able to maintain overall posture, right? So when you're sprinting, and especially these guys, you can see that it's very imperative to be able to maintain a fairly upright posture as you're running. You don't want to have too much overall sway going side to side, because it's a lot about the efficiency of the actual run. And you also need to be able to maintain a very, very extended spine position, right? You can see what type of range Donovan's going through as he's driving that knee all the way up. Look at how much extension he still has in his spine as he's going into max hip flexion or max knee drive, right? So that's really, really rare to be able to have that degree of knee drive while being able to maintain such a great degree of extension within the lower back. That's definitely something you have to train if you're going to be a middle distance runner and have success in the middle distance arena in itself, is being able to have that long range of extension in the lower back and knee or hip drive in the hip as well. Okay, now we're going to get into the last 100, and this is really where I want to see and get a comparison again of what is the difference between top sprinters and long sprinters. So here we go. Let's say he touches the ground at 28.052. Comes off at 28.064 and touches the ground back again at 28.111. So now he's at about a 0.12 strike contact time, and then he's at a 4.7 transition time. 28.144. Let's say 57. All right, so here we have a 0.13 contact time, and we have a, let's say, again, 0.47 on the transition time. So he's very, very effective in maintaining a transition time that is in between the, didn't change a lot. He's able to maintain that transition time, able to keep a really good contact time even as he's going further and further into the actual race. Just very, very efficient overall runner. I think that's the big thing that you can take away from it is, this is where you got to be able to maintain a similar amount of transition time, similar amount of contact time, no matter what part of the race it is. Obviously, that last 800, and this is the one that he actually broke the American record for, was the race. Even in that last 100, he was really, really able to separate, and that was just because he was able to maintain such a high level of performance in this last 100, right? And so, as a sprinter, as somebody that's looking to get better, as a middle distance runner, I'm assuming that's who's watching this, looking for areas that you can improve, looking for areas that you can get better, looking for areas that you can really maximize your overall performance, you got to think about how your foot contact is and be able to measure your foot contact over, for the first 200 meters and compare that to, how your foot contact time is and transition time. Foot contact and transition time is in that time period in comparison to how your foot contact time is in the last 100 meters. So just having a comparison of both is going to be crucial in making so you could really understand what you need to be working on. And then from there, you have to go and say, okay, is my overall strength and power in a good place, right? Which would go more into this part of it. And then how is my lactic acid threshold? Lactic acid threshold. Trying to do two things at once here. And that would go more into this side. So if you end up having a poor lactic acid threshold and not able to maintain a high level of speed for a long period of time, now you're going to end up really struggling to have a good foot contact transition time there in the last 200. So just to give you some feedback there, and then we'll also give you some more information on how to actually improve this as well in the next couple of weeks. So As always, guys, thanks for watching these videos. We're going to continue to try to give you the most overall content that we can. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, Morey at yourperformancelab.com, or you can give us a call, 818-578-5013. Check out some of our speed programs. Check out some of our breakdown stuff. We have a lot of different things that we could offer for you in order to help you improve your sprint. As always, thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.